What's happening, guys? This is Hyper Paradox, and this is Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. As you can probably tell, in this episode, I did start the Master Thief sprints, since this is post-commentary. But anyway, basically what the Master Thief sprints are is that you have to complete the level in a certain amount of time. And I'm doing a stealthy approach in this level. Now, there are a couple of tidbits that I can share for the Master Thief sprints. And the first is, the roll is your very best friend. And if you have the electromagnetic raccoon roll, then all the better, because you can also destroy enemies while doing so. But, anyway, this level is pretty basic. You just roll, then jump, and then destroy the enemies as usual. And usually when you finish the thief sprints, you won't have very much time remaining. Like, I don't know how much time I had this go round, but let's say that it's not as much as you think. See? 0.4 of a second. So that was a stealthy approach. And the next one is into the machine. Another piece of advice that I can give is that you want to try and you don't want to try and take out all the enemies. You see how I avoided that one? You don't need to destroy all the enemies. Your main goal is to get to the end of the level. And this one actually took me quite a few tries, as you saw there. But, yes, I did cut it out in an attempt to reduce the time, because believe me, if I showed all of my failed attempts, then the video would be like 30 minutes long. But I would definitely say that of the levels in Tide of Terror, Into the Machine is definitely one of the more difficult ones. And the reason being is that in most levels there really is no shortcut for you to take when you're walking through the level. And that can be a little bit frustrating. But yeah, you have to use your raccoon roll move a lot in these levels. Actually, in any level, put it that way. Now, it's unfortunate because you can't walk straight through the fans, but you can find little places to jump directly onto a pipe or something. Whereas if you're playing the level normally, you might be walking a bit first. But anyway, jump a lot, and don't waste any time. Because, let's face it, this is easily the most difficult part of the game, the Master Thief sprints. And that's mainly because some of the time limits are just plain unforgiving. But in this last stretch, you can save some time by rolling into the guard there. And try and make sure, and I was a little bit lucky there. I dodged his flame shots and then I was able to jump on the piston, so that saved me a little bit of time. And once you've done that, keep in mind that there are still 5 more flame doors you have to shut. So I was surprised that I actually did make it in the allotted time. And there we go. That was Into the Machine. And I should also mention that when you complete the Master Thief sprints, when you complete a level's Master Thief sprint, you unlock the bonus commentary where the developers talked about what they did in terms of designing the level and what choices they made, and even some of the beta products, which is really cool, and I'll be sure to post that as well. But right here is the fire down below. Now, there is actually a shortcut that you can take in this level, and it's coming up, and it saves you a lot of time. When you jump on the spinning wheel, you want to see if you can jump up to the upper level. You can make it, but if you do that, that's going to save you several seconds worth of time. And as you can see, I have more than enough time to complete the level now. I have done it the normal way, but let's face it, if I did that, that would take me like 18 or 19 tries. Also, one other thing I didn't mention is that you do not want to get hit by the searchlights or lasers. You do not want to set off the alarm, because if you do, then the timer will count down faster than normal. So you want to be sure you avoid the lasers and the spotlights and all the security systems when you're doing the Master Thief sprints. And as you can see, I have 14 seconds left, so it's not going to take me that long. It's pretty much a guarantee that I got it. And there we go, that's the fire down below. Now, Tide of Terror has 6 Master Thief sprints in total, because there are 6 vaults. And now we move on to High Class Heist. And yes, you only have a minute to do this one. So you cannot waste any time whatsoever. Now, you want to be sure to avoid those lasers, either by rolling under them or jumping over them. And here I actually jump over the laser fences to save some time. You pretty much have to do that when you're doing the Master Thief sprints. And miraculously, I didn't get hit. I thought I would. Now, jumping across these lily pads, when you actually get to the other side, there is a bit of sequence breaking that you can do. And it involves those searchlights. So you have to time it carefully, then jump to the right and back on the platform, as you see me doing right there. That is going to save you some time, so you won't have to sneak and sidle around the ledge. And 1.3 seconds, that's not a bad time at all. So the next one is a Cunning Disguise. Now, before you do this one, you'll want to make sure that you have enough coins so that you can get a lucky charm. So I start the level, eventually. Yeah, I have 92 coins, and then I eventually start the level when I have enough coins. Because I wanted to collect a lucky charm when doing this level. By the way, what I just demonstrated there, that was the stun move that you learned in that one level, Duel by the Dragon, the level whose vault you couldn't open. But anyway, back to the shortcut. You're going to need a lucky charm in order to use this shortcut, by the way. So you walk through the barrel as usual, but when you come to that pile of books right there, you want to jump on, then on top of the bookcase. And you want to jump and make your way towards those hanging light bulb platforms, or torches, or chandeliers, or whatever they are. And then you and look, you're already towards the end of the level. However, you're going to have to take a hit from the traps, which is why you need a lucky charm. So quickly run through, and then you'll have completed the Master Thief sprint. So make sure you have at least like 90 coins before entering that area. And last we have the Gunboat Graveyard. This one actually took me quite a few tries before I managed to get it done. And believe me, I was getting frustrated because, yeah, this one's not an easy one at all. In fact, it's a toss-up between this and Into the Machine that's the hardest in the level. But, like I said, you don't have to destroy all of the guards in order to complete the Master Sprint, because, remember, your objective is reaching the end of the level any way possible, and as quickly as possible. But yeah, I decided to jump directly onto the rope, and miraculously I didn't get caught by the searchlight when I was running through there. And also you want to jump around to save yourself some time. And this guy up here, he gave me a lot of trouble. Because those stars, he will throw a star just as soon as you're landing on the platform, and then it'll hit you. So it is a little bit unfair in that respect. But anyway, I was able to get past him. And you don't have to double jump when you're on the pile of debris. So just roll past the guards, and then you can climb the ropes, and with that you'll have completed the Master Thief sprint. So,